From the four lines on the field to the four lines on your screen. What's up? Welcome into Texas State Brazil Friday Night Hits. I'm Mark Whiteman. Thanks as always for joining us. 18 games for you tonight on this week one of the high school football season. Year 4 at Fountain Inn, beginning with a big win for the Fury last week, traveling to Woodruff for their budding rivalry with the Wolverines. Chase Justice with our game of the week, presented by Blue Ridge Electric.
Two teams enter Varner Stadium with an undefeated record. Only one will leave a winner. Our week 1 game of the week, the Woodruff Wolverines playing host to the Fountain Inn Fury. Just the 4th all-time meeting between these two budding rivals. Woodruff leads the series 3-0. First drive from scrimmage, Connor Davis uncorks a deep ball to Drake Jenkins, 59 yards in stride. Wolverines take a quick 7-0 lead. Later in the first, after a few stalled offensive drives by Fountain Inn, Sam Holliday finds Aiden McDowell 55 yards down the sideline. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. Moving to the second quarter, Woodruff up 18-7, but Fountain Inn is driving. Sam Holliday, 28 yards to Chance McClure as the Fury pull within 5. Time winding down in the first half. Woodruff looking for some points. Connor Davis to the big back. Aiden Gibson, 22 yards, and my man, you just got mossed. Wolverines head to the break, up 25-13. Fountain Inn would march down the field to start the second half, making it a one-score game. But here comes Aiden Gibson and the Wolverine. He lets us know that's his 3rd time finding pay dirt, and sometimes you got to be your own biggest cheerleader. Woodruff up 32-21, and the Wolverines run away with it late. Final score 46-27.
I mean, their resiliency. You know, we've won games in different ways, you know, and now we got to continue cleaning some things up. But, you know, we talk every week about being more physical, don't turn the ball over, and be great on special teams. And I thought, you know, we were those things tonight.
The Woodruff Wolverines will head down to Greenwood to put their perfect record to the test against the Emerald Vikings, while Fountain Inn will head back home for a date against the Malden Mavericks. Reporting in Woodruff, I'm Chase Justice, WYFF, News 4 Sports.
Woodruff, big win, and Gibson with the pom-poms there. That was great. Congratulations to the Wolverines. 2 Gaffney alums and longtime assistants meeting on the reservation tonight for the first time as head coaches with JL Mann in town. Let's show you the highlights of that one as we get rolling. Patriots head coach Bryce Smiley, the former DC. Gaffney head coach Donnie Littlejohn, the former OC, both seeking win number 1. Gaffney on top 14-0 in the second. They'll go the rest of the way without star running back Jaden McDowell, who tore his ACL and MCL last week. That was Banks Booten taking it in for a 21-0 halftime Gaffney lead. And more from Booten right here, hurdling them. Gaffney blanks the Patriots 28-0. Greenville County rivals, Red Raiders visiting Riverside. Warriors won both meetings a year ago, but Raiders up 14-0, make it 21-0. Jaden Rice is picking up a few things for the corner store. Warriors going on 4th down now near midfield. Gideon Merhib. Some Merhib magic connects with Speedy Taylor. That keeps the drive alive, but Warriors just trying to get something going, and Merhib thrown in the end zone. He gets picked off by Jaden Rice as Greenville gets a 28-0 win over Riverside. Eyes in the sky over Belton Honey Pat. The Special Forces Association parachute team dropping in with the American flag pregame. That's pretty cool. Bears hosting Greer. Scoreless first quarter. BJ Anderson front porch score. This one all about the Bears. They get a 42-19 win over Greer. Spartanburg scheduling tough to open the campaign. A week after playing reigning 5A D2 champ Northwestern, the Vikes in Irmo facing reigning 5A D1 champ Dutch Fork. A rematch of last year's Upper State Finals. The Silver Foxes beat Spartanburg 24-0 that night. This was a great start for the Vikings. They're nip and tuck in this game. Trey Burke to Torian Davis. A huge Spartanburg touchdown. Vikings down 17-14, but with Spartanburg on the attack late in the half and the lead, Mario Anderson comes up with a pick 6 for Dutch Fork, and the Silver Foxes take a 24-21 lead into halftime. They blank the Vikings in the second half. They get a 54-21 win. Vikings fall to 0-2 to begin the year. Dorman dominant last week in a win over Greenville, hosting Catawba Ridge in Roebuck in their home opener. Cavaliers up 23-0 when we arrived. Meek Slidell, Tragan Mickler escapes the tackle, gets a good block, goes way up the field, gets dragged down just outside the red zone, and on the very next play, Nick Means, this dynamic running back for Dorman. Nick means business. Another blowout win for Dorman, 30-7 over Catawba Ridge. Burns back at the new Nixon Field hosting Irmo. Rebels ran Teal Hanna out last week. First drive, 3rd down. Kane Rogers hits True Harris on the short crosser. down the sideline. See ya, 66 yards to the timeshare. The extra point no good. The Rebels up 6-0 after the touchdown. After the Irmo defense forces a punt and gets the Yellow Jackets plus field position, Jaden Bryant caps a short drive with 6. Irmo pulls ahead 7-6. But on the ensuing kickoff, Jacoby Fuller for Burns. That's speed you can see. 94-yard kick return, back and forth game. Great game, competitive game. But Irmo comes out on top at Nixon Field, 35-32 over Burns. Let's show you a few scores from around our area. St. Joe's beating Chapman 35-34. Emerald over TR 28-7. Clover beating Hillcrest. At home, Clover was 30-21 over the Rams, and Berea losing to Landrum 39-0 as the Cardinals blank Berea. Seneca off and rolling after a big win over Powdersville last week, welcoming Woodmont on Friday night. Wildcats, Bobcats, scratching and clawing. Woodmont head coach Dorman alum Malcolm Boyd in his coaching debut. Bobcats having their way here, though. Gavin Toma rolling out, finds Jack Webb, 50 yards. Good for a pitch and catch for the Seneca score. Seneca just rolling here. Same quarter. Toma doing it again, ripping it down the field to Elias McGee, and Seneca all over Woodmont, 49-7. Fourth straight year, Abbeville and Powdersville play. The previous 3 all super competitive. Title number 13 for the reigning 1A champs. Tied at 10 in the second. Jaden Baylor rolling out. No one open, nothing doing. He'll do it himself. It's given touchdown, 16-10. Panthers after the blocked extra point. 16-all now in the third. Powdersville pulls off the onside kick. Steele Gamble on special teams. How about it? And the Patriots capitalize. Keegan Reed to Tavius Williams. And Williams, he's going to make a whole lot of people miss on this run. He goes all the way down the field for the Powdersville touchdown as they get the 36-22 win over Abbeville. The 106th meeting in the crosstown rivalry between Clinton and Lawrence, the reigning 2A champion Red Devils visiting the Raiders. Opening quarter, scoreless. Javen Cook bulldozing his way in from down in close. It's 6-0 Red Devils. Later in the quarter, Owen Glenn, the new quarterback for Clinton, he's going to look for Angelo Cromer, and Cromer somehow, someway comes down with it. Red Devils win their 5th straight Lawrence County Championship, 50-0 over Lawrence. We've hit halftime on Friday Night Hits. Tons of terrific highlights still to come. Several new coaches across our area this year. One of them kind enough to wear a wire tonight. For the first time, it's mic'd up with new Southside Christian head coach Jonathan Guess.
We got to get down there. Let's go. Did you beat outside?
Yeah, I beat the receiver outside.
Hey, where was the linebacker? Great kick. Yeah, if he goes all the way across, get back out. We practiced it all day yesterday. It's block left. You have to block down, guys. Right here on the hash. You're 2 yards in front of him. Hey, everybody just calm down. Let's battle. All right, let's go.
Thank you, ladies. Jonathan Guess taking over at SCS, a 7-time state champ in Georgia. Sabres taking on Mountain View. Big win for the Stars in their opener last week. First quarter, MVP's Mac Anderson pitching it out to Kadarius Hainsworth. Oh, he's fast. 63 yards for the early score. He might have sped that up a little bit. I don't know. 6-0 Stars. Later in the first, Sabres driving. DJ Lee fumbles. The Stars recover. And on the ensuing drive for MVP, Anderson calls his own number. Runs in for the 2-yard touchdown. 16-0 MVP at that juncture. And they win 43-14. Let's keep it rolling on Texas State Brazil Friday Night Hits. Daniel looked darn good at a 43-0 win over Chapman last week in Chris Stone's coaching debut. Playing up in Central against 5A Stratford from the Low Country. Knights up 14-0 on the Lions in the second quarter. Daniel's Jace Gross scrambling, gets airborne, connects with Kingston Bibb. Okay, Bibb, we see you 2-6, making something happen all the way down in the red zone. And the Lions running back gets in close. He pays it off himself with a 10-yard score. But Stratford, they come into Central and they beat Daniel 42-26. Sky 4 storm hunting in Piedmont. Ren Hurricanes easily green wave, easily up 7-6 in the second quarter. Ren sophomore quarterback Jacob Owings throwing it up out there. And this pass is actually tipped. Still finds its way to Caden Hill for the 40-yard Canes touchdown. Red up 12-7, same score. Later in the quarter, Muntu Brown. He's got what the kids call aura. Through the line, busting through, and gone for the 80-yard house call. Ren rolls to 2-0 with a 60-21 win over Eastland. Boiling Springs held on for a wild win over Greer last week. Bulldogs headed on down to Malden, picking up third quarter. Mavs driving. Reddick Langston scrambling, avoids the tackles. He's making it happen back there, able to find a hole to pick up 12 yards. How about it later in the drive? Fourth quarter, Langston going to be handed off to Kamari Cannon for the 1-yard touchdown. Malden goes up 21-14. That was the winning score. They beat Boiling Springs 21-14. Let's show you a few scores from around the area. Ware Shoals beating 96, 36-28. Pendleton blanking Keenan 19-zip. Liberty over Southside 61-14. And Blue Ridge beating Wade Hampton 29-15. Greenwood coming off a 9-win season, opening up 2025 at JW Babb against Beaufort. Greenwood Eagles, Beaufort Eagles, just a couple of Eagles cutting it up. Year 3 as a starter for Greenwood QB and Gamecocks commit Tristan Lewis. And how about Mr. Lewis? There he goes, making something happen, gliding on in. Greenwood up 7-0 after the extra point. And you got to see this move right here. One of the best plays of the night all across our area. Lewis, the bubble screen to Jay Duncan. Check this move out. Makes 2 men miss. Whoop. Made in Greenwood, MIG, all Greenwood tonight, 48-8 over Beaufort. Another top talent in the state, Crescent wide receiver Amiri Acker committed to Liberty. Tigers taking on Palmetto. Tigers up 7-0. Caleb Ricketts. He's just like, I know Michael Fisher's down there somewhere. Hello. Chunk game for the Mustangs. They turn the ball over afterwards, though. Tigers on the move late in the half. Mason Evans to Acker. Check out this play right here. Oh, a hands catch. Looking at it all the way into the red zone. Evans keeps it as he goes on into the end zone for the score. Crescent beats Palmetto 21-6. But our thoughts are with Palmetto tonight. The Mustangs had one of their players airlifted out following an injury. We've got more information about that on our website, WYFF4.com. Chesney Eagles taking off with a big win last week, visiting Broome. Chesney up 6-0 in the first. Broome's Tyquan Booker direct snapping it. Touchdown Centurions, 7-6 Broome. On the next drive, Chesney trying to answer. It's Evan Reese Lauder looking to find someone down the field, but instead it's Broome's Asher Littlejohn coming up with the interception. This is a crazy game. Broome beats Chesney 35-34 in overtime. And our final game of the evening, a home opener from Blacksburg, taking on East Rutherford from north of the border. First quarter, it's the Cavaliers striking first. Landon Flynn finds Jason Arrowood, 7-0 East Rutherford. Into the second quarter, Blacksburg ball. Traven Clark gets the edge up the sideline into the red zone. Blacksburg would get on the board this drive, but it's East Rutherford pulling away for a 41-6 win over Blacksburg. That's it, and that's all for week 1 of Texas Day Brazil Friday Night Hits. For Chase and our entire crew, thanks as always for joining us. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Enjoy your college football Saturday.